This is WZRD Chicago 88.3 FM. And we have with us at WZRD, Irina Zubareva. How are you today, Irina?
Hi, I'm fine. Thank you very much for inviting me. I'm very happy to be here to talk about me. Yeah.
We're so glad to have you as well, Irina. First of all, you are a jazz vocalist and pianist too, right?
No, I'm just vocalist. You know that yeah, I used to be playing
Mhm.
before when now I'm focused more in my vocal
Mhm.
career. Then
Right.
I'm playing sometimes when I teaching or my practice for myself. And you know, I have a lot of very nice musicians around me. That's why I prefer to sing with the accompaniment playing. They play to me. Yeah.
Well, you have a beautiful voice, and how do you overcome any accent? Because you when you sing your songs, it's so beautiful. How do you overcome any accents?
Um, do you mean how I start to sing?
Yes, and then you have your native accent, but you're able to overcome it pretty well, in when you're singing. And is that difficult for you?
You know, because I like listen to music a lot,
Mhm.
and I take this accent, but you know, I feel like I was born with music inside me. My father started double bass and later became a band leader, playing the keyboard in a band. Once he was looking for vocalist, and my mom came to audition, and she was really good, pure talent. So he invited her to join the band. And not long after, I was born. So I with music inside. And
Mhm.
you know that from early childhood, I remember vinyl player at home, and music would play from early morning. I also listened to musical fairy tales, which I knew by heart. And sometimes in the evening, when I went outside to the yard, I would put on concerts on the ping pong table, retailing the musical fairy tale with the songs. And our neighbors came with candies for me. So in a way, I was already earning something.
So how did you start the singing? Did you just wanted to sing, or were you encouraged to sing at home?
Um, no, seriously, I disappeared. You disappear.
Yeah, I just had to
It's okay.
yeah,
Okay.
I just wanted to check something, and then I'm still here, but not my picture. That's all. But I'm still here. I just have to check something over here.
Uh, you know, I would like to tell one story.
Yes, please
Uh,
do.
yeah, because the one record in our collection was truly special.
Mhm.
I can't even imagine where my parents got it, as it wasn't available for sale. It was an Ella Fitzgerald record. And
Oh,
my first jazz memory was Jerome Karen's composition. You know this. Smoke gets in your eyes. You know that. They ask me how I knew my true love was true. So it's an amazing song. And
yeah.
I still love this song. And from the age of 6, I sang in father's band at some competitions and festivals. And also when my parents went away in the summer to work at the resorts, I, 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 I sang with them, and I still love. Uh, uh, I had my own repertoire.
I was just trying to find those questions that I wrote to you. That's why I'm hang on just a second. Sorry about this, Irina.
Yep.
I had them and then I kind of lost them. So I just wanted to make sure that I have them. Hang on just a second.
I can see you.
Okay, that's okay. Oh, here it is. Okay. All right.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Okay. So when did you start studying music?
Um, 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 from the very early childhood, you know, at 5, I joined a music studio. They came to the children yard and invited me. Even my parents didn't know about. And by 7, I was studying a music school. After that came music college, where I started as a conductor of an academic choir. And finally, the Institute of Art in the same discipline. And you know, I didn't think, I didn't think about my professional, because it was music from the very early childhood. That's, yeah.
Where were you living at the time?
Um, uh, do you mean where I've been in my childhood?
Yes. When you started.
You know, it's small town, middle of Russia,
Mhm.
named Kirov. And I moved from my town to St. Petersburg when I was 19. And from the age 19 to 23, I started at the St. Petersburg Academy of Art, how I told before. And while also I work in at music school already and choral studio. That's so.
Did you were you a student there? And so you just it was mostly music that you studied when you were
Yes,
at university.
absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. In that, what about music school? I had 2 courses as a choir and as a pianist. But I never feel myself that's to play the piano my strong suit, you know. um, that's why I focused in my vocal career, you know.
But of
Uh,
course, learning how to play the piano did help you learn your singing to make you a better singer, right?
of course, it's that's my yeah, it helped. It helps, and now, and I can play at home for myself. I have keyboard at home, and no, it's like,
Were
yeah,
you classically trained as a pianist?
yeah. It's at music school. I learned classical piano. Yeah.
What about voice and singing? When did you start learning voice and singing?
Can you repeat the question?
Of course. When did you start learning how to sing?
Um, I think from the childhood when I started, because my mother was singer, and I think that I took it from her, because when he she didn't have the big education. but she was very pure, you know. That's why it's like, I don't know what is easier for me, to talk or to sing. Now I'm very nervous because
Oh,
talk is not my good side, you know. But so you know, there's singing has always been my passion, and I really can't imagine life without it. Especially when I realized that with my singing, I can make people happier. You know, we sometimes perform in a hospital, and our audience lies in a bed, and they very weak. And somebody doesn't like to go to sing to them because it's very difficult. But for me, when I see that they smiling, and I see the light in their eyes, it makes me happy. I think I do something special, you know. That's
I know exactly what you're talking about because I like to do the same thing. I sing as well. I'm not as good a singer as you, but I have learned how to sing, and I do go to the nursing homes and the centers where to help rehab people, rehab centers, and I sing to those people as well. And it does. I understand how it makes them
you
really
understand,
happy.
you know that. Yeah,
Yes, yes.
absolutely.
What advice did your mother give you about singing?
Oh, you know, I would say nothing. She just I just saw how she sing, and yeah, no, she never taught me. Just she did it, and I just saw and took it from her. But when I was in institute already, I had a lot of I would say, let me think about. um, hmm, um, hmm. Жар, ты не видишь, какой вопрос-то?
That's okay. I understand yourself. You're doing very
Um,
well with your English, so I
yeah,
understand.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. I
I'm
understand.
not really speaker. I'm more singer.
Yeah.
That's why I have my some my mm, um
I listened to all your songs from the two albums that you sent me. I love it. I love both albums, Soul Mystery and Bridges to Rio, right?
yeah.
Yes, very beautiful albums.
Thank you very much. What is your the favorite song?
Well, that song that you gave me that begins with an S, I can't pronounce it. You said that was, remember you gave me the list of four, and then that one of them was the uh begins with S N and then something at the end. Let me see. Here. Uh, oh, Scriabin?
Scriabin.
Scriabin. What does that mean?
Scriabin. Scriabin is a very famous Russian composer, classic composer. You know, there's This song composed by Misha Tsiganov, with whom I sing weekly. Let me see. I have been singing with him 10 years already, weekly. And he composed this song before I sing with him. And you know, when during the pandemic, when we stuck at home, Misha and I, we perform as a duet every week, streaming from my home. And and one time, our regular listener asked Misha to play Scriabin because he knows already. Already the Scriabin, the composition has funds already. And Misha answered, "Oh, Scriabin, it's not easy. It's classical." He told, "No, please play your Scriabin, which you composed." And he thought, "Okay, I can do it next week."
Yeah.
Yeah, and couple of days later, he asked me, actually, you could sing as a vocalist, and sent me the music. And 2 days later, one girl, Alexandra Fedorchuk, wrote the nice lyrics for this. And shortly after, we performed Scriabin next week, how Misha promised, but together already. And you can listen this wonderful song on as a single on any platforms, all platforms, and in my album. Вчера у меня что-то потемнело там. My husband helps me.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, thanks. Thank you. Yeah. Now it's better. Yeah. Okay.
So what did the audience say the following week about Scriabin? Did it?
There's a people who knows Misha. Misha has a lot of albums. He's Grammy nominated twice, I guess twice. Yeah, and people follow him and knows his work. Yeah.
So were they surprised that instead of just playing Scriabin, he had a vocalist to sing lyrics to Scriabin as well?
Yeah, it's the very, very, very fast. It was just instrumental composition, and after 1 week, it became song.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's fabulous.
Yeah.
After you learned it like about 2 days, well, they wrote it about 2 days later, and then you learned it. You didn't have much time to practice, just about maybe 2 or 3 days before the performance.
Absolutely. Yeah. Of course, it was not excellent, but I don't know. It seems to me it was from our heart. It was nice.
And you changed it in a way now, right? The version that was recorded, is it different from what it was in the beginning?
I don't know, just step by step. Sometimes I sing this tune during our gigs, and every time I try to find some new sound and new something new. I never sing the same, you know. It's like
You mean you're always improvising?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. I like, yeah, I like to do even, for example, we sing some jazz standard, very famous jazz standard, and sometimes we think, hey, maybe, for example, it's the swing, but I like to do as a samba or bossa or waltz, jazz waltz. Or, for example, you know the song, Can't Help Falling in Love. It's a popular song. It's not jazz standard, but we do like more jazzy with jazz waltz.
Oh.
It's interesting.
And it's very easy for you to switch from pop to jazz waltz, right? You're
Yeah,
so. Mhm.
it's my pleasure to do it. It's like I love to do it. Yeah.
I noticed in your samba songs too. Some of the songs I can't remember which one. At first it was a slow song, the same song, and then it became a Brazilian beat, the samba song. What song was that? It was in one of those that I listened to. Was
Uh,
it Little
I
Mouse?
think I think you mean Samba Tonto?
Yes, yes.
Samba Tonto in seven. Actually, it's not easy to sing in seven. It's the Samba Tonto composed by Hendrik Merkens. Uh, Sometimes I join Hendrik Merkens' Brazilian project, and that's why I learned a lot of songs composed, a lot of songs of him. And yeah, there's there's Brazilian music. It's uh, one one more uh, my love. That's I fall in love into Brazilian music when I started singing. There wasn't much information, and we would copy cassette types from each other. That's when I came across the albums by Tania Maria, uh, and later the Rosa Passas. I found it was a new love for me, absolutely. And we didn't even dream of going to concerts by such artists. Let alone imagine that I would become friends with the absolutely amazing musicians. For example, as a drummer, Parchinho, who is the first drummer who brought the samba, native samba to America, to New York City. But now and Parchinho played with Tania Maria. Can you imagine? And now I invited him to play with me and release the album. Actually, I have a Brazilian album I recorded 4 years ago with the great Parchinho, with Itaiguara Brandao bassist, and of course Misha Tsiganov. And actually, 2 days or 3 days ago, I was singing with Hendrik with his project, one of the famous club, Cellar Dog, in New York City.
Mm. Hey, let me
His
check
Samba Tonto. Yeah, Samba Tonto of course, it's like special, the best, one of the best from my album. Yeah.
Okay, let's play a little bit of it now.
If you move the way you just one will disapprove. It's very bad and you're on a groove because you move and on a groove. Smoke, sweat, there's a flow. Into the music and you're rest for more. And there's a rhythm, it's in the flow. True to soul. Everybody looks at you. What do you show when if you need to balance? Don't take an assist. You got to see almost as they get. There's one fancy or something to live with. Because you can sound just like a stay. That's the Lord, it is a bed. One more day.
Was it hard for you to learn the Spanish?
You know, it was new experience for me. You know, this before I was singing just traditional jazz, traditional music, and when I start to sing with Misha Tsiganov, who composed and played a lot of contemporary jazz, I start to think, maybe it might be also interesting for me, and I frequently attend concerts and jam sessions, especially modern jazz, and each time I learn something new. So I take this inspiration and incorporate into my work. However, I never stopped loving my earliest adult jazz influence. It's a Sarah Vaughan and Carmen McRae. Is my my first, yeah. But I like to do something new. First of all, I thought, no, it's very difficult to sing in a seven, like, but now I feel it's very, very comfortable.
Natural for you.
Natural and comfortable. Even we sing with Misha as a duet also, and I shake her, you know, when I fall in love to Brazilian music, I took a shaker. And I like to do it, you know, this it's now it's easy for me do it. Yeah.
How did you become acquainted with Brazilian jazz? What happened so that you started, you know, how did you connect with Brazilian jazz?
It was let me think about. It was maybe 22, 23 years old when I just started singing, and there wasn't much information, and somebody gave me the record of Tanya Maria, where Portunio plays that time, you know, he played with Tanya Maria. And I fall in love. Yeah. Also Rosa Passes and Ivan Lins. I've been to a Rosa Passes concert twice. And of course, concert Ivan Lins, maybe one, maybe twice also. Yeah. And I feel it's like a little bit like it's my music, you know. It's like
When you were in St. Petersburg music school, did you learn any jazz over there?
you know that it's Saint Petersburg. I start to learn as a conductor of choir, and at Saint Petersburg, let me see. From the 19 to 23, I studied at the St. Petersburg Academy of Arts as a conductor of choir, but when I I was in my final year of institute, 22 years old, when I was invited to sing on a cruise ship along the Volga River for foreign people, for foreign tourists. And that time I started to perform just pop and folk songs. And of course, I include my favorite song from the Fitzgerald records, the Smoke Gets in Your Eyes. And that's so funny. At first, I sang it in Russian, because in the early 70s, when my parents were actively performing, jazz wasn't popular. It wasn't popular. And even singing in any foreign languages, it was not well received. As a result, Russian lyrics were written for many jazz standards. Yeah, so the same for Small Gets in Your Eyes, I know Russian lyrics. Autumn Leaves, I know Russian lyrics. And also I Will Survive. Even my mom sang I Will Survive in Russian. It was funny, but people did it. And after that, somebody helped me with English lyrics for Small Gets in Your Eyes, and suggested me Summertime. These were my first two songs in English. And, I remember being very nervous before my first performance, which was an audition. As soon as I step on stage, the nerves disappear. Absolutely disappeared. You know that saying, I felt like a fish in water. And that's exactly how I felt, and we got the job. And that's when my career as a singer began.
I think that the songs that you said that you sang in Russian, they must have sounded very beautiful in Russian.
My grandmother, she didn't know about foreign music because it wasn't popular. And every time she told me, you're singing well, but why not Russian? But because I think this Ella Fitzgerald vinyl, when we had at home, and my father told me that, wow, it is the best singer of the world. Even he told me that I was maybe 5 years old. He tried to explain me. He told me that she can sing with two voices. I think he meant that she sings with lyrics and improvisation with the scat. Now I think like this. Unfortunately, I can't ask him because he can't. Не помню в каком вопросе.
Well, Ella Fitzgerald, she really had a beautiful voice, and her songs were very beautiful. So I could see why your father said that she was the best singer in the world.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Even I had some story for interesting story. Я не могу найти. 1 second. okay.
For the for jazz now in Russia, jazz is popular in Russia now, right?
Yes, absolutely. It's became very popular. Even I see that a lot of jazz clubs open, and yeah, people like listen, yeah, jazz. Yeah.
What about the
Mm.
so how did you come over to how did you get invited over to the United States to sing with the bands in New York, right? How
Yeah,
did you make that connection?
yeah. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Okay.
Um, you know, I follow my husband, you know, but he, he, thank you. He, he invited me. Actually, I didn't have a big plan to come. I thought about it. Oh, would be nice to come to capital of jazz because it is the center of jazz. And when he invited me to go to New York City, I thought, not bad idea. And of course, I'm happy that I met a lot of nice musicians, and I can improve my skills. And a story that's every time I think that's about my father, how could how he feels that unfortunately he didn't live to see me sing jazz. He's died when I was 16. Yeah. And actually it was his dream for my mother to be a jazz singer.
Really?
Yeah, you know, but my mother never sings jazz. Even he was he played as a bassist at jazz band before 70s, and and I often think about how pleasantly surprised he would be to know that now I'm in New York, the jazz capital of the world, the jazz capital of the world, singing jazz with amazing musicians. There's musicians like Hendrik Merkens, as like Porcinho, Iteogara Brandao, Misha Tsiganov, and Paul Bollenbeck. It's a lot of great musicians. You would be surprised and happy of me.
Do you ever feel that your father is watching you? Do you ever see a sign that he's there and he sees you singing?
Um, um, you mean that's how
Yeah, just like
from the
yeah,
heaven?
yes, maybe something is like a little bit not the way it should be in this world, and it seems as if maybe it's a message from your father to you that he sees
Wow.
you.
Wow, I would happy. Yeah, I think uh, it's like yeah, it would be great.
Yeah. Right.
Sometimes I think even it's might be interesting movie or show to imagine that you know, like a movie как назад в будущее.
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future.
Mhm.
For example, if my father uh, if my father could come to the future and see me on some stage. Wow. I think it's a good would be good movie.
Why
Very
did you
touchable, I think.
Why did you name your album Soul Mystery?
Because you never know what is your soul keep inside.
Did the
Yeah.
title Soul Mystery come before you selected the songs, or did you have the name of the album before you chose the songs?
It's the name of album.
You wanted the name, and then you added the songs. Like which came first, the whole set of songs, or the album name, or did the album name come before the whole set of songs?
No, it's the name of album. Yeah. Yeah.
I was just wondering how the album name came to come together with that set of songs. That's because it's a very beautiful name, and I was just wondering why.
Mhm. Yeah.
Do you ever think about the song when you're singing, when you're improvising? What
Um, say it again.
do you ever think about the soul? Soul mystery. Do you ever think about the soul when you're singing, especially those songs that are on the album? Okay, I know there's a little language barrier. That's okay. Are you going to be playing? Are there any gigs coming up for you? Will you be performing soon in the future?
Yes, I perform in every week. I have my usual gig, and I sing with Misha every Thursday as a duet. And sometimes I organize the concert. How I organize that after my album release concert. It was a big project. Yeah, I booked the club and invited a lot of people, and it was very nice concerts. And we played all album, yeah, with how many? Let me see how many. Сколько нас было человек? Six sectors. Drum. On a drum club. It's a drum club. There's a good club. Six musicians. Yeah, we were playing. Yeah.
Where do you play every week with Misha?
It's the Russian place named Russian Vodka Room. But it's not for Russian. It's a lot of different people, Americans and guests of from any countries, and we sing there the most of jazz and Brazilian, and sometimes some Russian song, but with our arrangements, with Brazilian, with jazz. Yeah.
Have you ever gone to Brazil?
Yes, I've been once when I had two contracts on a cruise ship. And the first contract was with the big band. It was 10 months. And we've been 1 month around Brazil. We've been Rio de Janeiro and Fortaleza, Maceo, Arrecife, and one more place I don't remember. Maceo. Yeah, and you know, I met Brazilian musicians there because we tried every city. We tried to find some jazz club or place where musicians play jazz, and we found on Copacabana the place was named Help.
Oh.
And they play with and I still keep touching with the musician. Yeah.
What were you singing on the cruise ship? What were the songs that you were singing on the cruise ship?
It was the jazz repertoire. I was singing jazz and some popular song like Wonderful World and Can't Help Falling in Love. Some hits. Yeah. Yeah. But second cruise, I was singing just jazz program as a duet with pianist.
Well, Irina Zubareva, if our listeners want to learn more about you, where should they go?
Не поняла. I'm sorry, say it again.
If our listeners at WZRD want to learn more about you, where should they go?
You can find you can go to my YouTube channel. I have a lot of music there, a lot of videos from my gigs. It's not just I sing also with the big band, American big band with the band leader Art Lillard, Heavenly Big Band. So you can find on my YouTube channel, my YouTube channel. Yeah, and you can find my albums, Soul Mystery and Bridges to Rio, on any platforms, at Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, iTunes, yes. Amazon Music. My husband always helped me.
Oh, that's the job. Okay, Irina Zubareva, thank you so much for joining us on WZRD Chicago 88.3 FM. Much luck to you, and thank you for sharing.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Raj. It was my pleasure.